Welcome back to our English chat. We are so happy that you are joining us today.
Hello, everyone. It is absolutely great to be here. You sound really happy today.
I am. I'm really excited for today's deep dive. We've got something super practical for you.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. How much information we all digest every day and how hard it is sometimes to just sit down and learn something you can actually use.
That is exactly what we're focusing on. No theory, no complicated grammar rules.
Just pure usable English.
Exactly. Because we have found the one question that it seems so simple, but it instantly makes everyone just a little bit nervous.
Oh, it's a universal fear. Right. You can have perfect grammar. You can have this amazing vocabulary. But the second someone smiles and asks this one thing,
Your mind just goes completely blank.
completely blank. Yes. And that's why we're here today. With you, we are going to unpack this super famous question.
And give you a really simple, really friendly, and an effective way to answer it.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Our mission today is simple. We want to take the fear out of that question. We want to make your answer easy, low stress, and maybe even fun to give.
Fun. I like that.
Yeah. You should walk away from this deep dive feeling like ready to meet anybody.
I love that mission. Ready to meet anybody. Okay, so let's name the villain of today's deep dive.
Let's do it. What is that very famous 5-word sentence that you hear when you meet new people or you start a new job or even a new English class?
I know this one. It sounds like a friendly invitation, but it often feels more like a pop quiz.
Yes.
The very famous sentence. Tell me about yourself.
That's the one. Tell me about yourself. It's so open, isn't it? It just leaves so much room for doubt.
It really does, and it's so common in English-speaking places, whether it's, a professional meeting or just a really casual one. But when you hear it, even if your English is great, just the number of options makes it so hard to know what to say first.
Totally true. It's like, do I talk about my entire family history?
Right.
Do I talk about my career goals for the next 10 years? Or the weird sandwich I had for breakfast? The possibilities just feel huge.
It feels like you have to give this big speech or like you have to summarize your entire life story in 3 minutes. But that is the biggest mistake.
It is.
Our entire focus today is showing you that you do not need to give a speech. You only need to share a few carefully chosen friendly sentences.
We're making it simple, approachable, and most importantly, low stress. That's the whole point.
But before we dive into the really practical steps, we do have a very quick favor to ask all of you listening. It genuinely helps us keep making these deep dives for you.
That's right. If you're finding this useful, if this is helpful for you, please remember to subscribe to our channel or follow our podcast. It's just a small click for you, but it's a huge motivation for us.
Yes. And if you're listening or watching this on a video platform, please just take 1 second and click that like or the thumbs up button.
Yeah, that little action really helps the algorithms. It tells them this is valuable, and it helps other English learners find our show when they're looking for tips just like this.
It really truly helps other people who might be struggling with this exact question. And if you have a friend or a family member who's also learning English and gets nervous,
We all know that person.
we do. Share this episode with them. We want to help as many people as possible feel confident with this, so thank you so much for supporting us.
Okay, let's unpack this thing. Let's do it. I want to start with that feeling you mentioned, that feeling of panic. Why does that happen?
I think it's because we assume the person asking wants everything,
The whole story.
the whole story.
Yeah.
So we have to redefine what talking about yourself even means here. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not an autobiography, right?
No, absolutely not. And that's a great point about boundaries. How much information is too much information for a first meeting? Do you have a good way to kind of visualize that?
I love using little pictures for this. So talking about yourself in this first moment, it's like opening a small window to your world.
Oh, I like that.
Not the whole door. You're just giving them a tiny peek inside.
A small window. I love that image. So you only let them see a little bit of the house inside. You don't invite them to sit at the dinner table right away.
Exactly. Just enough to show a little light and warmth. If you open the whole door, share too much too fast, it can feel overwhelming for the other person.
Too much information. A bit heavy for a first meeting.
But a small window is perfect.
Yeah.
It's just enough to make them curious and maybe invite them to ask the first follow-up question.
That feels very realistic. Because when we ask, tell me about yourself, we're not really looking for a list of facts. We're looking for one small, interesting thing to start a real conversation.
And that change in how you think about it is so important. I remember that beautiful quote we saw from Paul in our source material. He said, "It's not a scary question. It's an invitation."
Ah, that's a game changer, isn't it? An invitation. Because if you think of it as a test, you're immediately stressed. You worry about mistakes.
Yes.
But if you think of it as an invitation, the stress just, it goes way down.
Yeah.
You're just inviting someone to connect with you.
Yes, it's an invitation to share a little bit about you, to start a friendship, to start a connection. It should feel warm, not like a formal interrogation.
Right. So if we keep that window small, the stress stays low. Let's create a really practical roadmap for this. We found 5 key areas that are perfect for that first window.
And we gave them all catchy names to help you remember them when you're feeling nervous.
Okay, so our first practical tip is what we're calling the identity card.
The identity card. I like it. This is the foundation. It's the super easy factual stuff that's always true about you.
The basics checklist. We need your name, your age, where you're from, your origin, and where you live now, your location. This is the absolute minimum, right? The starting line.
Let's use our examples from the source material, our friends Paul and Emily. This will make it really clear.
Okay, so Paul started with his name, Paul, and he shared his age. 28 years old.
Yeah.
Simple, confident.
And Emily shared her name, Emily, and her age, 25. The numbers are just numbers. And, for some learners, sharing age can feel a little sensitive, but in a casual English context, it's generally very normal and safe.
That's a great point to make. In casual settings, it's fine. Now, let's look at origin versus location. Paul is from Canada. That's his origin.
And Emily is from the United States, so right away we see a difference. But where it gets really interesting is the location where they live now. This is where personality starts to come through.
Absolutely. Paul lives in a small town. He even said he likes it because it's quiet and peaceful.
And crucially, he lives in a house that has a garden. Oh, I can just picture that. Small town, a quiet life, a house with a garden. It gives you this immediate feeling of calm.
It does. Now, contrast that with Emily. She's the complete opposite. She lives in a big city. She said it's very busy, very noisy, but she loves the energy.
Yes. And she lives in a small apartment. So if I met Paul, I might ask him, oh, what do you grow in your garden? But if I met Emily, I'd probably ask, wow, which neighborhood? Is the public transport good?
See how quickly that one small detail changes the conversation. Small town versus noisy city, house versus apartment. They show totally different lifestyles.
And that's the genius of the identity card. It's a quick, safe way to find something in common, or even just an interesting difference.
It starts the conversation immediately. So, tip 1, the identity card. Name, age, origin, location. Just the facts.
Okay, so moving on from the facts, our second tip is more about your inner world, how you spend your energy. We call this the personality palette.
The personality palette. I like that. It's like you're mixing colors to paint a picture of who you are.
Mm.
This is where you talk about what you do for work or study and what you love to do for fun, your hobbies.
Yes. You follow up the basics with your activity. What do you do during the week, and how do you relax on the weekend?
Yep.
Let's look at Paul and Emily's palette.
Paul told us he's an English teacher. Great job, of course. He said he loves helping people.
And Emily is an art student. She loves to draw and paint.
I love that contrast. A teacher of language and a student of visual art. And Emily explained why she loves art. She said it's creative and it helps her relax from her busy, noisy city life.
That connects back so perfectly to her location, doesn't it?
It connects perfectly. It explains why she lives in that noisy city. She needs the creative energy, but painting gives her that internal peace.
Right. And then they got into the fun things, the specific hobbies. And this is often the best part of an introduction because it shows what you do when you're totally free.
And being specific is so important here.
Absolutely. So what are Paul's colors on his palette? He's actually pretty active for someone in a quiet town.
He is. He loves listening to music, but not just any music, specifically old rock music. And he plays soccer with his friends on Saturdays. He likes to run and be active.
Wow, so he balances his quiet teaching job with this high-energy physical activity. And then you look at Emily. She loves painting every weekend, and she also loves to read books.
She reads adventure story books. Not just I read, but I read adventure stories. That one detail makes her sound so exciting and imaginative, even though she's doing a calm activity.
So she finds her adventures inside a book or on her canvas. This section, the personality palette, is so important. If you just say, I am a student, the conversation might stop.
But if you say, I am an art student who loves reading adventure stories, the conversation starts.
Yeah.
Someone can ask, oh, what's your favorite adventure story?
Exactly. Or with Paul, who's your favorite rock band? Use that detail. So tip 2, the personality palette is your job and your specific, detailed hobbies.
Oh, okay, let's move to our third tip. This one is about the people and the creatures who share your life. It's a very warm and easy topic. We call this the home team.
The home team, I love that. Family and pets, these things are so universal and they reveal a lot about your daily life. It's an instant way to connect.
It really is.
Yeah.
Now, sharing family details is pretty common in casual Western conversation, but you should always, tailor this to what you're comfortable with. Just a simple detail is enough.
Right. Let's recap Emily's family.
Okay, Emily has one older brother. His name is Tom. He's 29. Simple fact. But then we learn about her parents. Her mother is a teacher, just like Paul, but she teaches little children.
And her father. Her father is a chef. He cooks delicious food at home every day.
A chef for a father. That is a fantastic detail to share because it immediately leads to what Paul said when he heard that. He got so excited, he said, I am jealous.
That's such a great natural reaction, isn't it?
It is. Now, Paul's home team, he has one younger sister, Sarah, and she studies music. She plays the piano, another creative person.
Yes, and his mother is a writer and his father is a doctor. Very creative and professional careers in that family.
And these details are just so easy to share, and they make your introduction feel very human, very relatable.
It adds warmth. And then we get to the classic debate in the home team section. Dog person versus cat person.
Oh.
This is a guaranteed conversation starter in almost any English-speaking country.
It is essential information.
Yeah.
Truly. Paul, who's active and plays soccer.
Yeah.
He's a dog person. He has Max. Max is a small, brown, friendly, funny dog.
That fits his personality so perfectly. Small, happy, high energy. The dog is like a mirror of the owner.
So true. And Emily, the artist who needs to relax, she has Luna. Luna is a cat, black and white.
And how did she describe Luna? Very quiet and very sleepy. She said Luna sleeps all day.
It's the perfect contrast, right?
Yeah.
The active dog person and the calm, relaxed cat person. And that contrast gives us some beautiful language. Max is active and funny, but Luna is quiet and elegant.
Yes. Elegant is the perfect word for a quiet, graceful cat. And this is why the home team is so powerful. If you mention Max or Luna, and the other person also has a pet.
Boom. You have an instant 10-minute conversation right there.
Okay, so we have the basics with the identity card, the energy with the personality palette, and the warmth with the home team. Our fourth tip is about defining your taste. We call this your flavor profile, or for the things you avoid, the no thank you list.
The no thank you list. I like that because it's about what you like and what you don't like, showing your preferences. It really shows your personality.
It absolutely does. If you only say what you like, it's less interesting than if you also say what you actively dislike or avoid. Let's look at their favorite flavors first.
Okay, food. Paul's favorite is pizza, specifically vegetable pizza, tomatoes, peppers, onions. It's the healthy side of pizza, which kind of fits his active lifestyle.
And Emily loves pizza too, pepperoni pizza, but her #1 favorite is pasta. Very common, very yummy favorites.
Right. Now, colors. Paul likes blue like the sky. He described it as a very calm, cool color that fits his quiet, small-town life.
Calm blue. And Emily likes green, like trees and grass, nature colors. Even though she lives in a busy city, it just shows she wants that connection to nature.
Okay, now for the important part, the no thank you list. What do they actively dislike? This reveals a lot.
Right. So Paul dislikes olives. He just said, I do not like the taste of olives. Quick, specific.
I also dislikes waiting in long lines. He hates wasting time. Said it's so boring.
That's a clear personality trait. He values action and efficiency. Waiting makes him feel bored. That tells you he's a person who likes to be moving.
Exactly. Now, Emily's list is different. She dislikes spicy hot food, prefers mild flavors.
And she also dislikes waking up very early. She confirmed she is definitely not a morning person.
Which explains why she loves her sleepy cat Luna so much.
It connects everything. This is the best way to show personality quickly. You can just combine these simple sentences. I like dogs and calm blue, but I don't like olives or waiting.
Or I love cats and painting, but I don't like waking up early or spicy food.
Hey!
It creates this brilliant, memorable little snapshot of who you are.
Wow. Okay, so we've created a very long, very detailed description of Paul and Emily. We have their name, age, job, family, pets, hobbies, likes, dislikes.
Yeah, and if you give that full answer every time someone asks, they'll be exhausted. Which leads us perfectly to our final and maybe most important practical tip, situation selection.
Ah, yes. Because you do not need to give the long answer every time. You are the curator of your own information.
Oh, definitely not. If you give that full answer at a party, people might think, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You need to choose just one, maybe 3, simple details based on the situation.
Exactly. You're the conductor of the conversation. You decide which note to play first, and you tailor it to the environment.
Okay, so let's look at a few common scenarios.
Scenario 1. You're in a new English class. It's a pretty light introductory setting.
In that case, keep it simple. Focus on the learning. Maybe just say your name, where you're from, and why you're learning English.
Right. Paul suggested something like, "My name is Paul, I'm from Canada, and I like to learn new things, especially language." Perfect for a classroom, polite, informative, and it keeps the focus on learning.
Okay, scenario 2. You're at a party or a casual social meeting. The energy is different. You want to find a connection.
At a party, you want to lead with something fun, something from your personality palette, your name, and your most interesting hobby.
Emily suggested, "Hi, I'm Emily. I love to paint every weekend. I read adventure storybooks."
That immediately invites questions, doesn't it? That's what we want. The person can then ask, "Oh, what do you paint?" or "What book are you reading?"
It creates an opening. And just like that, you've started a natural conversation. That's the genius of situation selection.
Now let's do the third one, which is so important for many of our listeners. Scenario 3. A job interview or a professional event. This is formal.
That's where you have to be careful. You should absolutely not talk about Luna the sleepy cat.
No. Or your dislike of early mornings. In a professional setting, tell me about yourself really means tell me about your professional self and how it connects to this job.
So you select details only from your professional identity card and your professional personality palette. Your job, your skills, and maybe a professional hobby that shows good qualities.
Paul, as a teacher, might say something like, "My name is Paul. I have 3 years of experience teaching language. My passion is developing creative content to help students understand complex grammar."
See how he focused on experience and creativity? That shows skill. He didn't mention soccer or olives. He tailored it perfectly.
Yes. The key is that tell me about yourself is the start, not the end. Choose your one or two best, most relevant details, share them confidently, and then wait for the follow-up question.
Wow, that was a really detailed look at the 5 tips. We covered the identity card, the personality palette, the home team, the no thank you list, and situation selection. Now let's take a moment for our vocabulary corner.
Yes, we're going to go slower here. We used 5 really useful words and phrases today describing Paul and Emily, and they will definitely help you sound more natural.
And we want you to repeat these words slowly with us, even just inside your head. That little repetition is so important for learning.
The first word we used was to describe Luna, the cat. The word is elegant.
Elegant, E-L-E-G-A-N-T. Remember how Emily described her cat? Luna is black and white. She's so elegant. It means beautiful in a very graceful or sophisticated way.
We can use it for fashion, too, like she wore a long, elegant black dress.
Or for design.
Yes.
The architect designed a simple but elegant building. Elegant. It's a great word.
Okay, the second word was also about cats. We said that cats are very independent.
Independent. I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. If someone or something is independent, it means they don't really need help from other people. They rely on themselves.
For example, cats are very independent. They don't need you to watch them all the time.
We also use it for people. He's financially independent, so he pays all his own bills. Or she is very independent and likes to travel alone.
Exactly. Okay, the third word is often used for dogs. It's a very positive quality. Loyal.
Loyal. L-O-Y-A-L. Loyal means faithful or supportive or staying with you even when things are difficult.
Yes, this is why Paul loves Max so much. Dogs are known to be loyal. Our example sentence was, "Dogs are incredibly loyal and friendly pets."
You can also use it for people. She is a loyal employee. She has worked here for 20 years.
Duh.
Or, I am a loyal customer of that coffee shop. Loyal.
True. The fourth word is super important, especially for Emily, the art student. The word is creative.
Creative. C-R-E-A-T-I-V-E. This word means using your imagination to make new or interesting things. Art, music, writing, anything like that.
Emily said her studies were creative, so our example was, painting and music are very creative hobbies.
Another example. The team used a creative approach to solve the problem. Or, Paul's mother, the writer, has a very creative imagination. It's a wonderful word.
And the final phrase is the one Paul used when he heard Emily's father was a chef. The phrase is, "I am jealous."
I am jealous. This is a very natural and common phrase in casual English. It means you wish you had something that the other person has.
Paul wished he had that delicious homemade food. So he said, "I am jealous of your delicious homemade food."
Or if your friend says they're going on vacation to the beach, you can say, "Oh, I am so jealous. I wish I was going to the beach too."
It's a lighthearted way to show you're enthusiastic and you're listening. It shows you appreciate the nice detail they shared.
Perfect. Those 5 elegant, independent, loyal, creative, and I am jealous will definitely help you sound more natural and engaged. Practice them today.
Okay, we are wrapping up our practical advice, and now we move to the most important part, the encouragement and the action steps.
Yes, the tiny, actionable steps for today. Because learning isn't just listening, it's about putting it into a little bit of practice.
That's so right. Your challenge today is very, very small. Don't feel overwhelmed.
Hmm.
We just want you to practice right now in your head, or even better, by writing it down.
Just 1 or 2 simple sentences, that's all. Choose the situation that's most likely for you this week and just construct your perfect one-sentence answer.
We have some sentence starters for you. You could start with your identity card. My name is your name, and I live in your city.
Or use your personality palette. My favorite hobby is your hobby, which helps me relax, be creative.
Or maybe from your flavor profile. I like your food, but I really dislike something you avoid. Just choose the one that's easiest for you right now and say it out loud a few times.
Small steps are always enough. The goal is confident communication, not language perfection.
That is the best advice. And to help you remember everything we covered, let's do a really quick review of our 5 catchy names from today.
Perfect. This will help it stick in your memory.
First, we started with the basic facts. The identity card. That's your name, age, and location.
Then we looked at your job and hobbies, the colorful parts of your life, the personality palette.
Third, we talked about the people and animals in your life, the warm part, the home team.
Fourth, we talked about what you love and what you avoid, the no thank you list.
And finally, the most important strategy of all, deciding how much to share based on the context. Situation selection.
That's a wonderful roadmap. No more blank stares when you hear that question. You are ready.
Okay, before we say goodbye, please remember Paul's quote. It's an invitation, not a test. Keep it simple, keep it friendly, and remember that a genuine smile opens that window much faster than words alone.
A smile confirms you're approachable. And remember, this whole thing is an investment in conversation. Every sentence you prepare now means a faster, easier start to a new friendship later.
Absolutely. And now we have a final call to action for you, our listener. We want you to put your tiny actionable step into action right now.
Yes. Go to the comment section below or send us a message. We want you to practice your introduction.
Just write that 1 or 2 simple sentences you practiced. I am your name, and I like your hobby. Or, my favorite food is my food, and my favorite color is my color.
We promise we will read them, and we will learn a little bit about you too. It will be so much fun for us to connect and see your personality palette.
It truly will. Thank you all so much for listening. You did not waste your time today. You invested it in your confidence and your English skills.
Absolutely. Be kind to yourself, and keep practicing those simple, effective sentences. We'll be back soon with another fun deep dive.
Goodbye for now, everyone.
Bye, everyone. We can't wait to read your introductions.